folks, it's Dr. Dan here with Newman Chiropractic Center, and today I wanted to go over the 3 exercises that you need to be doing to get yourself out of low back pain. So before we dive into those exercises, I want to go over a couple pointers here. The first thing that we want to do is we want to make sure that we're doing these exercises every single day. So we want to make a daily routine out of it. The more times we do it, the better our chances of getting out of pain. The second thing is we want to do these in a pain-free manner, okay? So no pain, no gain does not apply here. We got to make sure that we're doing these exercises and they're not causing our symptoms to be worse. The last thing that I want to tell you here is let's not do this right in the morning, okay? So we want to make sure that we're not jumping out of bed and doing these exercises. Let our body warm up a little bit so that we don't cause more injury. So let's get into these exercises, okay? The first one I'm going to show you is cat camel, and this is a yoga exercise, and it's actually a mobility exercise. So a lot of times people, they try to make this a stretch. I do not recommend that. We want to make this in a continuous manner, okay? And I'll explain that to you. So we're going to get in all fours here. We're going to make sure that our wrists are directly below our shoulders, as well as our knees directly below our hips. What we're going to want to do here is we're going to arch our back up and arch our back down, okay? And we want to make this in a continuous fashion. We want to do about 7 to 8 cycles. So a cycle consists of arching your back up, arching your back down, okay? The problem that I see with a lot of people is that we try to make this a stretch. So we push as hard as we can there, and that's actually causing more damage to your back. So we want to make sure that that's a continuous manner. 7 to 8 cycles is what I recommend, and you can do these throughout the day. 3 times a day would probably be your best bet, okay? The next exercise that we're going to do is actually a strengthening exercise. This is a side plank exercise here, okay? So I'm going to show you the beginning version, and then we're going to get into a more intermediate version right after this, okay? This consists of stacking our ankles on top of one another, our knees on top of one another, and our hips. So we don't want to be twisted here, okay? It's not going to be beneficial for us. So make sure that each and every one of them is stacked up. The next thing here is our shoulder placement. We don't want our elbow all the way out here or inside here. We want to have a stable position so that we don't injure our shoulder here, okay? The movement on this exercise is not hiking our hips up like this. What it is causing a hip hinge that is causing your hips to move forward so that our spine is neutral. Just like that. You hold that position for 10 seconds, and I recommend doing 6 reps of that, okay? So each rep consists of 10-second holds on each side, okay? After that, I recommend resting for about a half a minute and then doing 4 repetitions. After that, we want to rest another half a minute and do 2. So we want to do that kind of pyramid scale down, okay? Now, if we are experiencing pain or the inability to do it after 4 repetitions, don't try to force yourself to do that other repetition. Remember, everything needs to be in a pain-free zone. Think about form rather than just getting the repetition done. Now, a more advanced or intermediate version of this is coming up and not having our knees bent, but having our legs kind of in a scissor position. So it gives our body a little bit more stability. Same exact motion here. We want to make sure that our hips and our body are in a neutral position, and we hold for 10 seconds. The same exact pyramid scale, 6, 4, and 2. Last but not least, we're going to want to do our bird dog exercise, and this is for our back, so our low back extensors. Again, we're going to get into an all fours position, wrists beneath our shoulders, knees beneath our hips. The beginning position is just reaching out your arm. Now this is for people that are in a decent amount of pain, okay? So we want to start there to see if we're able to do it. The next one is kicking your leg back and out, keeping our pelvis and our hips aligned. So what that means is that we don't want to kick up and rotate our hips. We just want to kick back and out. That same way we want to hold for 10 seconds, and then we want to try to do that about 4 times. After that, you do 3, 2, and 1. And that's the way that we're going to want to do those type of repetitions, okay? So if we're experiencing low back pain and you want to try to do and get rid of them at home, I recommend these 3 active exercises. So good luck at getting out of back pain.